Thank you for tuning in to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast, a no judgment zone podcast that covers lifestyle, entertainment, news, and sports. Even though KC doesn't watch sports, but these are minor details. By the way, he reads tarot cards too. Yes, I really mean it. He reads tarot cards too. And now, the host you've tuned in for, KC Phoenix.
Leo, good morning from Dallas, Texas. You are the first reading I'm doing today. I did 8 readings yesterday on Thanksgiving. And now I woke up this morning, day after Thanksgiving, and I'm doing your reading. This is the December 2021 reading. Before I go any further, kirwkc.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. As for this particular episode, this is on video as well, exclusively on Spotify, and then of course on YouTube. Now, this reading being different from the way that I've done previous readings, this will be short. I'm using 5 decks for this reading. I'm using the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck. I'm using the Under the Roses deck. I'm using 2 custom tarot decks that I created. And then I'm using the Gypsy tarot deck as well. So a total of 5 decks, and I'm pulling 1 card from each deck. If more than 1 card comes out, I will more than likely take it, but the goal is to take 1 card. So let's go ahead and get started, Leo. May I have the energy for Leo for December 2021? May I have the energy for Leo for December 2021? May I have a card for Leo, please? What is the message for Leo? Whoa, that was quick. Thank you. Okay. Taurus got this card. Divine Lineage. Okay. Sarah Lacali. Let me go ahead and pull that one up. So, Leo, you got the same card as Taurus got. Pretty sure it was, yeah, it was Taurus that got that card. Pretty sure. All right. So, Sarah Lacali, Goddess of Divine Lineage, Romani, Egypt, Temple, Ancestors, Element, Water. Great Ancestress Sarah Lacali, meaning Sarah the Black, was an Egyptian prophetess and the patron saint of the Romani people. Oral history says that Saint Sarah had the highest divine lineage. Sarah Lacali's guidance. Your ancestors protect the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is you. Divine ones walk beside and within you. Trust, embodiment. Your ancestors want to remind you that you are not alone. They are rooting for you. They ask you to honor your spirit guides and call upon the power of the divine. Create and nourish your ancestral altar or shrine. Unbury your ancestors, speak their names. Your divine lineage ancestors may be blood related or culturally related or spiritually connected. The declaration is, I am my sister, and my sister is me. That is what it says for that. So, divine lineage. Also with water, maybe some of you could be dealing with a water sign as well. There may be a lot of water signs in your family. Maybe like the mother figure, the matriarch of the family may be like a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces, so that could be it too. But what this is saying is to always remember that your ancestors are with you and they're rooting for you. One thing that was going on with Taurus, just to give you a little bit on their reading, is that the energy that I had picked up for them was that there was some type of family conflict. And if you want to listen to Taurus, you can. And if you have Taurus in your chart, you may want to go listen to that reading. But there was some type of family conflict where the bond, it was kind of shaky. The bond needed to be strengthened with Taurus, their family bond. That's why I titled it Family Matters. And I was telling them that their ancestors are there, doing what they can to help strengthen the bond. Now, in Taurus's situation, one of the things that came out was pregnancy. And I was letting them know that pregnancy was one of the things where the baby was a special baby, is what I was letting them know. And that was also part of continuing the lineage as well of the family, extending the life of the lineage. So what I can tell you is that if you are questioning things, if you are not that close to your family, then you may want to consider reaching out maybe a little bit more. Also, the message for Taurus during this was that they may have to spearhead the bringing together of the family. I told them that they may have to attempt to get the family together on Christmas and do that. I'm not picking up that energy for you, so I'm not going to tell you to do that, as in you might have to get the family together for Christmas. What I am telling you is that I honestly feel like more of the energy that's coming in is that you need to realize that you are not alone. I might title this that. So, because some of you might really be feeling like you're in this by yourself. First of all, whether your ancestors are with you or not, you're never alone. The divine is always with you, period. Like that song by Vicky Wine, As Long As I Got King Jesus. So, you're never alone, period. But with this card coming out, Divine Lineage, this is more of a confirmation saying that your ancestors are with you in addition to the divine, and they are both rooting for you. So keep that in mind. Let me go ahead and get something from Under the Roses right quick. May I have a card for Taurus? Wow. Okay, some of you really might have a Taurus that you're dealing with. May I have a card for Leo for December 2021? May I have a card for Leo for December 2021? Card for Leo, please. What is the message Leo needs to hear for December 2021? Okay. Now this is interesting. I think 3 cards fell out. Do I want to take all of these? Yeah, I'm going to take them. All right. So Leo, I'm going to take all 3 of these. They're from the Under the Rose deck. The first card that came out is Fish. So that is number 34. And I'll read these to you, and whatever resonates, then obviously that's for you. And as I say with all the readings, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. Fish. So this is the card that came out of the 3. Money, finances, wealth, increase, indulgence, desires, wishes, luxury, excess, commerce, trade, exchange, entrepreneurs, independence, elusive, water. Leo, independence was resonating with me. Increase was resonating with me. Commerce is resonating with me. Those are, so independence, increase, and commerce are resonating with me. Out of all those mentioned, some different ones may resonate with you. I feel like some of you may be starting something like a website where you're doing something with commerce. Others of you, I know the type of environment we're in. Others of you might be researching opening up a store as well, where you're like, you know what, I'll figure out how to do it. Others of you might already own a store or already own a website that deals with commerce. And maybe that's why you're kind of questioning right now. Maybe things have been slow. But this card coming out is telling me that if things have been slow, they're not going to be slow for long. That's one thing. If you're just starting out, something is saying to me that you will be pleasantly surprised. You're going to be pleasantly surprised. Where you're expecting one thing and then something bigger happens in a good way. So keep that in mind. The other card that came out of the three is Owls. So let me turn to that page and I'm going to read these to you. Right here, which is the Owls. And it says communication, gossip, conversation, nervous, social, excitement, curious, short trips, meetings, exchanges, vocal, paired, couple, perspective, open-mindedness, vision, chit-chat that is likely short-lived. Going back to the family thing, that's what this is saying to me. There may be some family talk going on. It could be about you, or you could be one of the people talking about someone else in your family, is what I'm getting. Also, going back to a short trip, that resonated with me as well. Some of you may actually consider taking a short trip in December, is what's going on. The third card that came out of the three is the Gentleman. So let me read that one, which is number 28. The Gentleman, male cinefactor. All right, young man. Man you are close to, partner, friend, masculinity, professional, outward focus, logic, powerful, consciousness. So you may be dealing with someone who is a professional. Something is saying to me that some of you may be dealing with someone, going back to those of you, and again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Going back to those of you who are dealing with some type of commerce thing, the Gentleman may be the person that you're dealing with, that you have to go through. Maybe it's a banker, a small business loan or something like that. But they may be someone that you have to deal with, or not necessarily on the finance side. Maybe they're on the marketing side or something of significance where you have to go through this person who has this knowledge, especially with the Owls. Because I know with Owls, there's knowledge here too. Maybe you have to pair up with someone who has the knowledge to move your idea or your concept or whatever forward, where you may have the concept, but now they have to help you breathe life into it. And you have to pair up with them. And that individual happens to be the Gentleman. So there may be a male figure that plays a role in whatever project or something you're trying to launch. Regardless, with the Fish, there is going to be an increase. For others of you, maybe it's an employer, where it's a male employer, your boss, who is playing a role, and they're going to be the ones who sign off on your increase in pay or your bonus or whatever in December. That may be going on too. Also, I mean, can be love. I'm not picking up love in this. Could be, maybe you'll meet someone in December, but I'll be honest, Leo, I'm not picking up love. We'll see what happens with the other cards. But yeah, I'm not picking that up. May I have a card for Leo for December? Thank you. Okay, now that's interesting. Card fell on the floor. Let me set that down and get my other custom deck. May I have a card for Leo for December? Card for Leo for December. Whoa, that flipped out quick. I like that. Okay. All right. So first card that came out, name starts with a Q. So either your name starts with a Q or their name starts with a Q, or someone is coming into your orbit with a name that starts with a Q, or you are about to go into someone else's orbit and their name starts with a Q. So name starts with a Q. Also could be something that you're dealing with too, as well, because something just said that to me, where it's a name that starts with a Q. Like, I'll give you an example. What's that? That food, isn't it a food or a restaurant? Quiznos, or isn't it pizza or something? Whatever. So just something that starts. No, it's Quiznos is a sub place. Well, actually, they serve pizza and subs. I haven't been there in forever, but yeah. So it could be like that. Could be a product that starts with the Q. Maybe you're creating a product and the name starts with the Q. I know there's a vegetarian product. I think it's called Corn, but it's spelled Quorn or something like that. So, it could be a product or something that starts with the Q, but regardless, name starts with the Q. So be on the lookout if it hasn't made its way into your orbit already in December for name starts with the Q, something that you may be dealing with that will play a significance. On top of that, the second card that came out from the other custom deck is fitness. So Leo, in the month of December, some of you might be starting a fitness plan as well. Maybe some of you are looking for a personal trainer. That might be the gentleman, is what that might be. If some of you are looking for a personal trainer, the personal trainer might be the gentleman that has the knowledge to get you to where you want to be on the fitness level. Also, going back to the fish thing, if you have some abundance and an increase in finances coming in, you're like, you know what? I have a little bit of extra money now. Let me hire myself a personal trainer so I can become a little bit, better fit. Whether you want to gain weight, whether you want to lose weight, whatever you want to do. Something just said to me, some of you might hire a nutritionist as well. So that's something to keep in mind too, is what you're doing. Something is saying to me, you're looking to be the best you in 2022 is what you're looking to do, which, by the way, the 2022 readings are already up on my podcast. I will eventually upload them to YouTube. I'm in the process of doing that. I might attempt to do some of that today, but they're already up on my podcast if you want to listen. And my podcast is on over 36 platforms, so you'll be able to find it. Trying to think. See if anything else is coming up. Something just said to me, going back to the owls, pairing up with someone, you might have a fitness partner. Almost like a prayer partner. I don't know why I'm thinking prayer partner too. I don't know what prayer has to do with this, but something just said like a prayer partner. But it was saying that in my mind as an example, but also something was saying prayer partner. So some of you, maybe you're working on your spiritual fitness and you're doing something like you're partnering up with someone who has some of the same religious beliefs that you have, and you're bouncing spiritual knowledge off of each other, and you're becoming more spiritually fit. So some of you might be getting a prayer partner, but also some of you might be getting like a gym partner, going to the gym for December 2021 and doing that so you can go into 2022. Regardless, your ancestors and the divine are supporting you. Let me go ahead and pull the final card right quick, which is from the Gypsy Tarot. May I have a card for Leo for December? What is a message for Leo for December? Message for Leo for December. Thank you. What is this? Hold on. Oh, okay. I like that. Balance, temperance. Also, Leo, December is Sagittarius month. So this is more of a confirmation for me that a lot of the stuff that I've talked about will be happening during Sagittarius season, which Sagittarius season is already started now, because today's November the 26th. In December is Sagittarius season. But temperance is about balance. Also, it can be about healing too. So everything that you're looking to do in December, it goes back to what I was saying just a moment ago. You're looking to bring your A game going into 2022 and starting off in the right foot. So instead of you starting whatever your plans are in January of 2022, you're already laying the groundwork in December of 2021. You're balancing things out, because don't forget, temperance is also the alchemist too. So it's similar to the magician, as above, so below. And it's sort of like something just I'm not laughing at you, Leo. I'm laughing at what just came to me. Something just said, case in the joint, like, like a bank robbery or whatever. I'm not saying you're about to do a bank robbery. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, I hope nobody's doing. Please, if anybody's thinking about it, don't do it. But it said casing, like you're casing. You know how when they're about to do a robbery, they don't just go in and do the thing. First, have you seen if for any of you, there's this old movie which is really, really amazing, and it's called Set It Off. It's with Jada Pinkett Smith, Queen Latifah, Kimberly Elise, and Vivica A. Fox. Amazing, amazing movie. The movie's like 20 years old now. Check it out if you haven't seen it. And it's about these women. Due to their circumstances, they decide to go down another road. But the whole process of what they decided to do, they did their research and then they did what they did. That is what I feel is going on with you in the month of December. You're casing everything and laying everything out, and then you're going to do what you need to do when January hits. That way you can hit the ground running. That is what I'm picking up. I'm still sticking with the title on this video, that you are not alone, because I feel like some of you, not all of you, some of you are, as you're doing what you're doing, making your list, checking all the stuff, some of it may seem overwhelming to you. And it's like, I don't know if I can do this. And I'm telling you, you're not alone. Your ancestors are with you. They're going to carry you into 2022. Everything is going to balance out. The temperance card is here. It's showing there's balance. Also, something did tell me to tell you that be careful of how much you give of yourself to people going into 2022. Where make sure that reciprocity is present. If you feel, or if you notice that you are giving more than they are giving, then you need to do an audit on the relationship, regardless of what the relationship is, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's work, whether it's a stranger on the street. If you find yourself giving more than they are giving to you. Now, obviously, you have situations where someone needs help. That's a totally different bowl of wax right there. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is the relationships that you have with people, especially the long-term relationships you have with people. There needs to be reciprocity. And something is telling me to tell you, don't forget about that. Because if 2021 was unbalanced for you, where if you've done an audit of 2021 and it's like, wow, I was the one always giving and people were always taking, then this is your friendly reminder, you watching this or listening to this podcast, that as you go into 2022, temperance right here, that it needs to be balanced out. It needs to be evened out. It needs to be equal give and take moving forward into 2022. Okay, Leo, but regardless of whatever you're doing, you are not alone. And that's what the title of this will be. That is all I have for you, Leo. kirwkc.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, Leo, be blessed.